We then go back to Facebook. It's starting. We are live somewhere. We go here. We wait to see if it pops up here. If anybody's watching this, we are testing how to broadcast live onto Facebook, Twitter, and
multiple
YouTube
platforms.
There's a go live button. That's us live on Facebook.
Let's have a wee look then, man. So right now I'm on the Facebook page. I'm scrolling down. And
it's just coming up.
And it's just coming up. And Pop Nonsense test. And yeah, we're there.
So that's us on Facebook. Can we see it on Twitter? Refresh.
How do you see it in...
there is a link.
Wow.
There is a...
Oh, look.
Can you see it?
It's streaming, but it's called Rare Trade Live James, Michael Rogers and guests.
Oh, that must have been the last thing. So click on that.
Now, unless James is coming back for Germany anytime soon.
Live Rare Trade Pops Nonsense test, but there's no link. I don't know what's happening on
Twitter.
On Twitter.
The Rare Trade Live James Michael Rogers. There's two folk watching it, which is me and you, obviously.
I'm no one.
Oh, somebody else is watching it. Hi, other person. It's not me.
I just need to work out how to change the title.
You need to change your title to whatever it's
supposed to be.
Whatever it's going to be.
We thought we'd try and talk about stuff. If anybody can go to our Twitter account and find...
Aye, that would be good.
Find it. I don't seem to be able to see it.
Hold on, I'll go into Twitter now. Anyway, what is it we're going to talk about? We can talk while we work coming up.
So we had a website a while ago called Pop Nonsense.
It's still there. I'm just no updating it.
No, so we thought we'd kind of make that the basis of this simple test. So first up in the old Pop Nonsense world, Tosh, and we only have one camera, so there'll be none of the fancy switching today, boys and girls, as The Undertaker is retired. Dun, dun, dun.
It's sad, man. It's sad, but it's sad. I've not seen WrestleMania yet because I was working late last night.
Was that his last WrestleMania?
Well, it's got to be if he's retired. It's got to be, but he's going in for surgery,
right?
Because he's in his. I don't know if he's in his early 60s or late 50s, but I mean he's the only. He's the only. In fact, that's a lie. I think Shawn Michaels is the same. Shawn Michaels has appeared in every single decade for the 1980s, I think.
Right.
He's been involved in something in way, shape or form. I remember reading that somewhere.
We're live in Periscope.
Oh, cool, man.
On the app. So I think you maybe have to watch it in Periscope, but I don't know why. So maybe if you go to the Twitter app, it's maybe shown in the app rather than shown on the website. Would that make sense?
You need to do that. There's 3 folk watching. Hi, 3 people.
So the Undertaker retired. Like the Undertaker was a pretty cool wrestler when I was a kid. So he's been there. For a while.
I've not seen it. I don't want to say it in too much. I know a couple of things that happened at WrestleMania. I don't want to say too much because I know if people have to see it, it's going to be really annoying if I turn around and go, oh, because I've seen a couple of people talking. There was a couple of things I kind of had a feeling was going to happen, but I don't know. I'm kind of in and out of wrestling all the time. Something happens and then I get really into it again, and then WWE gets kind of boring, and then I drop out again. The Bill Goldberg thing coming back, I really like that. I was watching a bit of that. I'm looking at you and you're looking at me as if I just farted in front of you, like you don't have a clue.
I'm pretty much Ultimate Warrior, kind of Hulk Hogan, Undertaker.
Well, everybody thinks
Bushwhackers, and that's really as far as I kind of.
Everybody thinks their generation is the best when it comes to wrestling. I mean, I don't
think it's the best. It's the only one I know.
I've had I want to say heated debates, but full blown arguments with people, right, about about wrestling, right? And one of the things is
don't mind me. I'm just checking
to make sure stuff's working.
If it is,
one of the things is people go, that American stuff, that WWF, it's all fake. It's not like the real stuff I used to watch with Giant Haystacks and Big Daddy. Like, why do you think that stuff was real? Oh, that totally put me off my stride there.
I know.
But
sorry.
I don't know. I just really like it. I really like wrestling. I've not seen the WrestleMania thing because I was working late last night, or I would have watched it. My wife hates it.
As most women do.
She hates it so much, and I remember having this conversation with a couple of folk, man. But like I've tried.
What about the guy at the interview crying?
Oh, that guy, it's still real to me, damn it. That's good. That's a website now. I think it's still real to me, damn it.com. But I've tried so many times to get Kirsty into it, and it was Adam was probably a year old or whatever, and I'd put it on, and then this particular time the women's division was god awful. It was just just how many attractive women can you get and get them to pretend to hit each other. There was no sort of, not like now, there's a lot of, it's
Wrestler
great now.
types.
Aye, that can actually wrestle and have an understanding of the sports entertainment and all that. So that would come on and Kirsty would go, oh, you're just watching it for that. Or, right, it would be Hornswoggle, and I know, like, and then I don't know what the politically correct term is. Little people sounds belittling to me anyway.
Midgets.
Yeah.
Is that not what they're called?
I don't know what the politically correct term is, but
What are they
that's what it
normally
would be.
called?
It would be that. It would be Los Luchador. I can't remember their name, and all these folk. And Kirsten's looking at going, how can you watch this? This is total nonsense. But sometimes good things happen. But she never got that opportunity to see it.
So that's wrestling.
Undertaker retired.
If anybody has been able to see this in Periscope, YouTube, or Twitter, we don't seem to be able to see it in Twitter, although it did pop up saying that the messages were there, but when we done this for Kilwinning Rangers, the video popped straight in there, so I don't know where we need to hook some things together. The next thing in the pop culture is there's a couple of movies coming out in April, which my wife's looking really forward to one, which is Guardians of the Galaxy version 2, Volume 2.
Volume 2.
So it's quite a good movie that sells records, so it's quite...
The soundtrack sold quite well.
In here.
Because it was a cracking soundtrack.
Did you like the first Guardians of the Galaxy?
I thought it was brilliant. So I'm a huge Batman fan, as everybody in here knows, because I rattle on about it quite a lot.
Sometimes.
But the thing with the Marvel film, the cinematic universe, or the MCU is what they're crying at, it just makes me really sad that DC have never really pulled their finger out and went for it. They've been... I mean, that Batman vs Superman, did you see it?
Why is Wonder Woman at the end of it?
Anybody that's read a Batman comic or a Superman comic or has any sort of knowledge in that knew what was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Doomsday was here, so it's going to happen.
I tend to get my references for watching What Culture over your shoulder, to be honest, when it comes to comic book stuff.
So, anybody knew what was happening, and then it was really kind of flat. And then the Suicide Squad thing happened. I don't know anybody that enjoyed that. The thing that really annoyed me about that was the fact that they had all these amazing characters, but they'd never really done anything with them ever at all. Like Killer Croc had 2 lines, and he's a really big part of it. Like they just kind of faffed their way through it and left hundreds of stuff through it. But I'd read a couple of I'm really into fan theories.
Right.
So there's a fan theory that Jason Todd, who was Robin at one point, was killed by Joker.
Right.
You see him, and they see the Robin costume.
Why is Robin never in any of the things?
Because it's Robin, but it's Robin, mate. But you see it in Batman vs Superman, and he's wearing. You see the Robin's costume. It says "The joke's on you." It's been spray painted on it. Joker kills Jason Todd in Death of the Family.
Right.
Death in the Family. Sorry, and there was a thing that Heath Ledger's Joker. What's his name? He was in American Psycho. It's really going to annoy me.
Bale?
No, the other one that was in American Psycho. 30 Seconds to Mars. The singer guy, the guy who played Joker in the Suicide Squad. Why is his Jared Leto? Is that right?
Yeah.
Why did that just disappear in my head? He is apparently Jason Todd, because why would Joker need tattoos to remind him he was Joker? And he's been brainwashed by the actual Joker, who beat him senseless to the point of death. And when I read,
made him a new Joker,
and then made him that. So we never. There's a fan theory we never actually seen the real Joker. We've seen Jason Todd pretending to be the Joker, and that made me go, if they do that, that would be the best thing ever. But they're never going to do it.
I just wish the other cameras switched on so they could genuinely see the excitement in your face talking about this.
They're never going to do it.
Right, so that was Guardians of the Galaxy.
What do you think? All 6 people that are watching, what do you think of the DC Universe?
Has anybody been
Marvel
able to get
stuff
Twitter to work?
Back to important things like, is Twitter working?
The reason we're doing this, it just says live, but there is nothing there, and it did pop up in Periscope, and it looks frozen.
We spoke about it on the...
No, it's a bit glitchy. I think that's my phone on the 4G, right enough. So the last thing, another film that is getting released, which is sure to get all the youngsters excited. Fast and Furious 8.
When is too much too much?
2. The second one.
That's when I was.
And even when the guy died, they should have just maybe called it quits then.
When I was talking to Dewey about it.
Dewey does love it, doesn't he?
Dewey, but no, he's like, oh, it's kind of rubbish.
One
But,
every year, oh, they get a new shiny car.
I like-
no nitro.
I like cheeseburgers. Drifting
Cheeseburger powered.
So when is too much, and too much would be the second one. It's just nonsense. It's for folk that like cars, isn't it? I mean, to see.
It's like Top Gear.
I never understood Top Gear.
It was quite funny. The Top Gear was nothing to do with cars. It was just 3 guys taking the mick at each other.
It's going to be.
I wonder where we stole that idea.
You
You need a really wee one, a really tall one. Am I the old one?
Well, I'm really into it.
I mean, Fast and Furious.
There is quite a few good. The It trailer. Me and Gregor were talking about the It trailer. Like it looks great, man.
So we don't tend to bother with the charts here. We don't really look at them. But I had a look today, just out of curiosity to find out. You know, people keep telling me, you're a record retailer. You should know what's going on, and I don't. And this is probably why. So I've decided for the first time to look at the charts for ages. Right, number 3, Bob Dylan.
Bob, yes, I'm aware of him.
And the current chart, he's 3rd.
Oh, with the triplicate thing.
In 5th place,
Right.
Deacon Blue. They're about 30-year-old, right?
What chart's this you're looking at?
This
is
is the
actual
official
real-
album charts. The official album charts. So you have Amy Mann is 1st. Arch Enemy is 2nd. I don't know any of the two.
How is the Doors?
The Doors 50th Anniversary Deluxe?
Is this vinyl? Is this the best-selling vinyl?
I just clicked an album, so that's no vinyl. It's just album. So now there's a CD in there. Drake. The Doors are beating Drake.
Good.
At least Drake's alive. I'll give him that.
He's good at that alive
He's
thing.
good at the
He's
brain.
better
No,
at the
did you
alive
know-
thing
did
than
you
Jim
know-
Morrison.
Hurt himself last week or something. And then after Drake, you've got Fleetwood Mac.
Alan McGilvery says, sharpening the fact that there's more than 3 is absolutely mental. Too Fast, Too Furious. Too Fast, Too Many. That was clever. Too Fast, Too Many.
Aye, Too Fast, Too Many. So that was our test.
That's it.
It didn't seem to work on Twitter, and it sort of worked on YouTube under a James Michael Rogers and guest tag that I don't know where it got that for. So thank you very much. We've been broadcasting live on 2 channels out of 3. We'll fix that other one. We'll be back with different stuff. Goodbye.